help you develop your skill set on the court.
The Bruins shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. On defense, the Bruins. Freak kicks to Terry. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Here's UCLA. It's a three-point game. Here's Fresh. The three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Out to Duncan. Now Gaines. Down low. Here's Freak. Got a hand on it. Oubre pulls it in.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Right side, Terry.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Bruins going here with a whole new shot. UCLA trails by 6. Freak, he's in at point guard. Oubre out there with Frazier. And it's Jenkins in at the 2. Here's Free. He dishes it to Porter. The 3. And that one's good. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak. And he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And for the Bruins, Johnson is out there with Campbell. Then it's Porter. Then there's Free, and it's Roberts in at the center position. And for Kansas, Freak in at point guard. Frazier is out there with Oubre, and it's Gaines in at center. Looney's checked in for UCLA. That's off as well, so he misses both. Jayhawks leading by 3. Here's Freak. Here's Oubre. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Fresh is checked in for Porter. Here's Free. There's a good screen. Here's Fresh. Here's Looney. Nice D from Frazier.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Freak. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Yeah, another turnover there, but guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
Duncan, he's checked in for Jenkins. 1:46 left here in the first half. Here's Free to the left side wing. And here is Campbell. Pass to Free. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3, and he gets it to go. Now here's Freak. 1:05 left in the first half of the game. Nice pressure to cause the backcourt violation. So both teams making some changes here. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Looney, free out there with Fresh. Then there's Campbell, and it's Roberts in at the 5, down low.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Oubre kicks to Freak. Jumper off the screen. Rebound by Roberts.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And so here's Kansas. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Frazier's checked in. Here's Free. Softly drops in the floater. And it's a 4-point Bruin lead.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And Freak throws it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And he gets it to go.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Here's UCLA. The lead is 2. Right wing. Looney passes to Fresh. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Pass to Campbell. Out left to the wing. Here's Free. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Misses the layup. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Campbell. For 3. It's hauled in by Frazier. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
Tell you what, they've done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Duncan dishes to Gaines. To tie. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Gaines has got it all tied up now for the Jayhawks. Freak, he's in at the point. Oubre out there with Frazier. Then there's Duncan. And it's Gaines in at the 5. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. He's checked in for the Jayhawks. Freak comes in for Lee. Then for the Bruins, Thomas checked in for Irving. And Porter subbed in for Starks.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level. UCLA trails by 4.
Here's Barton. He kicks it to Thomas. To end the run. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Jayhawks.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
And the second of two is good. That narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Oubre's checked in for the Jayhawks. Looney's checked in for UCLA. Free comes in for Barton. Looney passes to Free. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
Yeah, that one kind of took all of the life out of him there, Kevin.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Morris, no good. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer than what it is now, guys.
Here's UCLA. Here's Free. There's the dish to Roberts. There's the pass to Free. And there's the feed to Roberts. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep. That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. The first of the 1-and-1. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So it's UCLA picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded